Hi, everyone. Welcome to the first episode of Lion Tracks, a podcast where we share the powerful stories of immigrant students. Today, we have a special guest, a former student who has chosen to keep her name private. Even though she wants to stay anonymous, she's open to share her story, her struggles, and her victories. So, thank you for being with us today. Would you like to start by telling us a little bit about yourself?
Hi, guys. First of all, hello, Wellstone Lions. I am just 21 years old and I'm from Turkey, but I'm Kurdish. I was born in Turkey to a large family. I was living in a small city, but I grew up in a beautiful family. I had a very happy and peaceful life in my own country. My education life was successful and very intense. Before coming here, I was in a university and I was student of electronic engineer.
And when you say you had a very happy life, is there any memories that you have when you were a kid that were really fun and special for you?
Of course I do. I have many funny memories and I just live same place more than 10 years and I had friendship which is like going same school, also same building. We were living together, so I had very fun and a lot of memories with them.
So before coming here, how was it when you found out that you were going to move to Minnesota?
Actually, I didn't even know
Okay.
until I came here. Coming to America from my own country was both of one of the most difficult period of my life. Also a turning point for me because it was a difficult process and I didn't know, I had no idea. I knew where is America, but I didn't know anything about here. And my uncle, he was lives here more than 20 years.
Okay.
And I knew here because of them.
Okay.
I felt like I was born into a completely different world because I was among a different culture, a different language, and very different people here. No one I knew, no friendships. My big family was there. In fact, I didn't even speak the same language with the people because I didn't know English, first of all. I knew, but it just like a little bit like some basic words and some basic sentences. And the first 5 months I came here were my most difficult period because a few months after we came here, it just earthquake happened in my own country and also in my city. So I lost many people over there, my friends, my neighbors, even my home. So I didn't focus here that time because I just focused off them.
And how was that first day in the US, like your first week?
It was crazy. Not only my first week, also my first month was very complicated and scary for me because I didn't know anything. And I was afraid of getting lost. I didn't know which bus I'm gonna use or where I'm gonna go or which market I can go even. And I was afraid to ask people questions or doing something wrong. Unlike my own country, there's no single culture or race of people here. There are many different cultures and many different people around here. This made this process much more difficult for me. So the feeling I felt the most during my first adaptation process was fear.
Fear.
I can say clearly fear.
So what was it like to be a student at Wellstone? How did you find out about Wellstone?
It was also like complicated for me when I start first because I knew like there's no people which is like from my country or I can say like I started Wellstone at the time when I'm missing my friends and feeling lonely. And everything changed a lot for me after starting Wellstone. Being a student at Wellstone was the best time for me to have the best memories and improve myself because I got many opportunities. At first, it was difficult for me to be at Wellstone, but now instead of doing like running away, I had to improve myself and I saw that I was not alone. There were many people, many students who just like almost similar story with me. So I didn't feel alone that time. And during my time here, I had great friendships. great memories and great opportunities. And I discovered the new me in this new life at Wellstone.
Yeah. Do you think that your experience at Wellstone was always positive, or do you think that there were maybe aspects in your life that made it difficult?
So when I started Wellstone the first time, I cannot say it was like very positive because I didn't turn to positive first because I didn't know anything. But when I improved myself and I developed myself, after that, I changed everything to positive.
Do you have any memories from maybe a special staff member, like a teacher or someone that cared about you and was able to see you?
Yes, I have a lot of memories. But I remember when we went to camping, it was
Yes.
so fun.
It was so fun.
And I had good memories over there.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know, I love all my teachers over here,
Yes.
but some teachers, of course, special for me, like
Yeah.
Miss Rose, Mr. Alex. I
Mhm.
shared a lot of things with them. Miss Beth, you,
Yeah.
Zemzem. Yeah,
Mhm.
they're great people. So also I had friendships
Mhm.
and I'm still
Yeah.
talk. Even last night we just talked.
Yeah. Do you miss it?
Yes, I do. Because now I'm at university and
Hmm.
like university life is completely different.
Yeah.
Like you have more people, you have more different stuff to do, but
Mhm.
Western was different for me. I had many friendship, and at here, everybody like you can talk any person,
Mhm.
and everybody like feel warm to you.
Mhm.
Like I never feel like shy. First, when I start Western, of course I do, but after that, when I just get used, I was feeling like here's my life.
Yeah. Do you think that you have memories of learning new languages?
If I'm not gonna come to Boston, I don't think I can learn English that much faster because here was faster for me because a lot of people who just talk very simple than
Mm.
other people. And I was just when I start learning English,
Mhm.
it's good to talk who just learning new and I didn't feel shy to talk people because there's a lot of people who just like share same situation with me.
Mhm.
So that's why I just feel comfy and I learn everything at
Yeah.
Weston.
And I know you had different friends from different countries.
I had many friends from who is from Somalia.
Mhm.
Even I learned their language. Also, I
Yeah.
remember when we did assembly African club.
Yeah.
I just said, "Hi guys, I'm from half Africa,
Yeah.
half Turkey."
I
Yeah,
remember.
they just like made me feel like that. So it's
Yeah.
good to have friends from
Yeah.
new country, and I learn like their culture,
Yeah.
even their language. Not too much, but just a little bit.
Yeah.
And they always was make me welcoming. I never feel like bad.
Yeah. What is something that now that you're in university, will you say that you miss the most about Wellstone? One thing.
Friendships.
Friendships.
Yes.
And okay, we can move on now to what was the hardest thing about being new to the country? I know you mentioned not understanding people, being afraid of making mistakes. Can you tell me a little bit more about what was really hard about being new to the country?
Yeah. The most difficult thing in my life was learning the new language at first
Mhm.
and then like making friends because there's no person who is from my country
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
who just like speak same language with me. And in fact, in my own country, I was like very social girl. I had many friends, and so I can make friend easily.
Mhm.
And now I had the obstacle of both the language barrier and
Mhm.
being from different culture.
Mhm.
But I must say that learning a language is a process that will continue for years.
Mhm.
So it's not gonna stop. So there's no use in running away. And if we want to adapt to this life, we have to learn English because we're gonna use everywhere. And although this process is still challenging for me sometimes, but I think I have improved myself a lot.
Yeah, and I think that's what a lot of students at Wellstone feel is like English is so hard, but I think that's the reality and it's probably never going to be perfect,
Yes.
but it's just improving every time and you're getting better. And can you tell me now, what does your life look currently? What are you doing? Are you going to school?
First of all, I'm proud of myself for starting a new life from scratch and coming to this day because I just experienced a lot of things.
Yeah.
When I came here, I knew nothing, but now I know a new language. I graduated from high school. I'm a student who won scholarships to study software engineering. And now I'm in St. Cloud State University. I'm very happy with my current life right now because I'm at the point where I once thought, could it be possible
to do all this?
Yeah. And I really see that these things only happen when we want. And the people around us, like teachers, friends, just can help us, can support us. But if you want to change something, only we can do. So
it's
I'm
our
happy
decision.
from my life now.
Yeah. And when you say you went through a lot of difficult things, I know coming to the US was one of them.
Yes.
But if you would be willing to share something that you think was really, really difficult in your life that you have overcome.
Yeah, especially like, first of all, being immigrant is already like hardest thing, I think. So you don't know what's waiting for you in the future. And hardest thing also, like my family was here and their adaptation process to here, it was also like difficult for me. I have a younger brother because we all left like our good life over there and came here.
So you came here with mom, dad, and 2 brothers?
Yes.
Okay. And then you have an uncle who lives here?
Yeah.
And then, I mean, I've seen you a couple of times coming back to Wellstone to say hi, and I know that's what a lot of students do. And why do you think you come back to visit?
I always keep in touch with my teachers and with my friends who just like from here. And some of my friends, they are still student at Wellstone. Also, like teachers, advisors, they are still helping us. Even if you're going to graduate, they are very open to help. In university, it's just like hard to find the correct person to ask your questions.
Yep.
So I already knew who can ask my questions from Wellstone.
And I think that's just the beautiful culture of Wellstone.
So I don't have a lot of friends. Actually, like no friends at university now because I'm just new there.
Right.
But I have my friends at Wellstone. Of course, like when I came, I feel like more excited to see them.
Yes, and I'm so glad that you're still in touch with all your friends from Wellstone and teachers. So can you tell me now some dreams that you have for the future?
First of all, I want to graduate from university as a good engineer because I want to be engineer and I want to get a good job after graduating. Also, during this time at university, I want to see and travel many places in US. I want to make new friends and learn a new language, which is Spanish.
Okay.
And I want to see myself much more developed than where I am now.
You say you want to learn Spanish.
Yeah.
How are you planning to do that? Classes or just talking to friends?
So actually, during learning English, so I know how to study new language. So I'm just gonna try to learn some basic stuff. And then when coming to place where I can start communication. So after that, I can make new friends who can speak Spanish.
Yeah. Can you tell me also if a student is listening to you right now, feeling lost and maybe sad and scared, you know, like you mentioned, you had the strong feeling of fear at the beginning. If someone who is like you were in the past is listening right now, what would you say to them? What is something that helped you overcome these things?
So guys, just never give up, first of all, and don't hide your feelings wherever you feel. If it's fear, happy, lonely, or lost, is very normal because I know like everybody coming from hard stories. And I knew like even on your own country, you guys had beautiful lives or not, it doesn't matter how was it. But now we are in new life, and please find someone. It might be your friends, your neighbor, your teachers. I am sure at Wellstone everybody very open to listen to you and just share your feelings. Even sometimes I just like felt relaxed when I just find myself when I'm crying near my teachers because I was very full and I know like there's nobody around me. And
yeah, and how about your teachers? How about teachers or new people who are working with immigrant students? What will you say to someone who is close to an immigrant student?
Teachers at Wellstone, I know they are like some of them, they are here for many years and they have experience and they can give you best advices. And if you don't know how to do or what to do, just like go to your teachers and don't feel shy. Even if you feel shy, just force yourself to get information. Ask everything, guys.
Ask questions.
Yes.
Yeah. What do you think is something that maybe teachers assumed about you or thought about you that wasn't true? If there is anything.
They think I'm talking a lot, but I don't think I am. This is my normal voice.
If you compare your home country and the US, do you think that you would have made any different decisions about moving here? Do you think you would have stayed over there? How is the comparison between the two?
When I think my past, I miss a lot, but here has more opportunity to improve myself. And I'm really happy to being here. But I miss my country too, like everybody else.
Yeah.
But is many ways I can compare.
Right.
But in education, here is easier than my own country.
Okay.
But for friendship stuff, of course, they talk my language and my people, so I can make friendship easily. But
you feel like your life here right now, it's good.
Yes.
You are making a lot of progress in your education and you think about getting a summer job maybe.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would.
And then you're with your family.
Yeah.
You have friends from Wellstone. You have connections. So it sounds like even though it was hard at the beginning and it seemed like things were not going to be possible and things were not going to be great, time passed and now you're feeling like my life is good.
Yes. So
probably not perfect, but it's good.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
And it's very exciting for me to be able to have the other students listen to your story because, I'm hoping that they understand how big of an impact Wellstone had in your life.
Yes.
I just hope that they also know that, it's possible. Like you said, if they're asking themselves, it's possible to go to university or
guys, it
get
is
a job.
possible.
Yeah.
I can say it's when I started Wellstone, I didn't even know I'm gonna come that point.
Yeah.
But when I graduate, I just graduated school leader, and I was supporting my school even in somewhere else.
Yeah.
So
because you were also part of the citywide leadership, right?
Program. Yes.
Yeah. How was that? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
It was cool.
Yeah.
I learned many things over there, and I just compare my school with other schools, and I see what we need more, and also at Wellstone there's more immigrant students, and also other schools they don't have that much. And when you compare, I think Wellstone is doing well, and we have great advisor than some other schools. They just helping us a lot. Yeah, Mr. Chris, he just helped me a lot.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Chris.
Can you tell me what will be one message that you will say to people at Wellstone, students and staff and everyone? Maybe you want to thank someone special.
Wellstone Lions. I want to tell all Wellstone students that you should make the most of every day here and never hesitate to ask questions and learn. This is a great place where you can make great friends and make great memories with awesome teachers. It's a great place where you can share all your moments and get the best opportunities. Even if you graduate from here, you will have a connection with here. I still have great friendships from this school, and I still keep in touch with my teachers. And they supported me not only at Wellstone, but also in my later life. Hey guys, be brave and never forget your power. So I love you all.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming to the podcast. And I know that all the teachers feel like this about you. And when they're going to hear you, they're going to be like, yes, that was my student.
Yeah, they're going to know.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Lion Tracks. I am your host, Angie Cisneros. If this story touched you, please share it with a friend, a classmate, or someone who needs to hear it. And if you have a story to tell, you are welcome to be part of this podcast. Your voice matters, and immigrant stories deserve to be heard. Special thanks to the Minnesota Educator Leadership Awards for making this project possible with their support. Until next time, keep walking your path and keep leaving your tracks.